Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachare Yamuna Tira Vanachare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachare Tira Yamuna Tira Vanachare Yamuna Tira Vanachare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Ranjana Yamuna Tiravanachare Yamuna Tiravanachare Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Randana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Randana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Randana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Randana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Randana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Randana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Randana Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Randana Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tiravanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Randana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Randana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Randana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Randana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Randana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Gopijana Vallabha Girivarodhari Yashodanandana Vrajajana Randana Yashodanandana Vrajajana Randana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Om Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Sataraswati Shriman Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Ishtapat Paramahamsa Parivrajakacarya Sataraswati Shriman Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananda Kori Vaishnavani Ki Jai. Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Sako Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaura Bhaktavan Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gopagopinath Shama Kunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Mathura Dham Ki Jai. Navadi Dham Ki Jai. Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Jai. Gangamai Ki Jai. Amanamai Ki Jai. Tulsi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Jai. Krantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Samavata Bhaktavan Ki Jai. Nitai Gora Premanandi. Hari 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 Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Namo Mishta Paraya Krishna Prastaya Bhutare Srimad Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityanamane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharina Nirvishesha Shunavari Paschatini Shtarine. Hare Krishna, dear friends. Please write Hare Krishna into the comment section. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, Twist, Pinch. All kinds of platforms. So don't be hesitant. Write Hare Krishna. It doesn't hurt. And let's create auspicious atmosphere by writing Hare Krishna into the comments. Also, we remind ourselves of the holy name of the Lord when we write His name. Or you can write Jaya Srila Prabhupada. That is also approved. If you're new, please write where you're watching from. Which country are you watching from? So we can have an idea. Such big machine, it's not working. Okay, very nice. So, Hare Krishna, Ram Lakshman Prabhu, Manish Pangeni, Craig, Rebecca, Rudra Prakash, Markunse Priti Gaur, Narasingha Rao, Anybody else? Ganesh, Ganapati. I could not see the previous ones.
It's a limited.
Very limited. I cannot see Shamdai Mataji. She's certainly there. Yvonne, Hare Krishna, Yvonne, Hare Krishna to Germany, right? Oh, what was that?
I don't know. We got some reward.
Peter Kirchner, Hare Krishna Prabhu. There's 17 viewers, so if you have still not written Hare Krishna in the comment section, please do it now. Neil Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Shamdai, yes, Haribol, I knew you were here. I was expecting. Shamdai Mataji is always tagging so nicely. She is the best tagger. She is always here every day and she's tagging. If everyone could be like her, then we would expand the bliss unlimitedly. Bronwyn, Hare Krishna Bronwyn, also first class tagging, thank you so much. Alright, so we have 19 viewers. If you have still not written Hare Krishna into the comment section, what are you waiting for? Do it now, just do it. Don't be shy. Okay, 20 viewers, it's time to start the Srimad Bhagavatam class. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 13, Text 37, starting. Michelle Williams, Hare Krishna. Dikshanu Jannamopasadaha Shirodharam Tvam Prayaniyo Dayaniya Damstraha Jiva Pravargyastava Shirshakam Kratoho Satyava Satyam Chatayo Sabohiti Mike? Svati Samanta Haribol, welcome.
Dikshanu Janmo Pasadaha Shirodharam
Dikshanu Janmo Pasadaha Shirodharam
Tvam Prayaniyo Dayanaya Santam Saha
Tvam Prayaniyo Dayanya Damshtraha
Jiva Pravargyastava Shirshakam Kratoho
Jiva Pravargyastava Shirshakam Kratoho
Satyava Satyam Chitayo Sabohite
Satyavastyam Chitayo Sabohiti
Dikshanu Janmo Pasadaha Shirodharam.
Dikshanu Janmo Pasadaha Shirodharam
Tvam Prayaniyo Daniya Damstraha.
Tvam Prayaniyo Dayaniya Damshtraha
Jiva Pravargyastava Shirshakam Kratoho.
Jiva Pravargyastava Shirshakam Kratoho
Satyavastyam Chitayo Savohite.
Satyavastayam Chitayo Sabohiti.
You want to go for it?
Dikshanu Yanmo Pasada Shirodharam
Dikshanu Janmo Pasadaha Shirodharam
Tavam Prayam Yodan Dayanisa Damstra
Tvam Prayaniyo Dayaniya Damshtraha
Jiva Pravagyas Tavash
Shirshakam.
Shirshakam Krato.
Jiva pravargyastava shirshakam kratoho.
Sat Yavas Safyam
Chitayo.
Sito
Chitayo.
Chitayo Savo Hite
Satya vayastayam chitayos savohite. Diksha. Initiation. Anujanma. Spiritual birth or repeated incarnations.
Spiritual birth or repeated incarnation.
Upasadaha. 3 kinds of desires: relationship, activities, and ultimate goal.
3 kinds of desires: relationship, activities, and ultimate goal.
Shiraha dharam.
Sirahadaram,
The neck.
the neck.
Tvam.
Tvam,
You.
you.
Prayaniya.
Prayaniya,
After the result of initiation.
after the result of initiation.
Udayanya.
Udayanya,
The last rites of desires.
the last rights of desires.
Damshtraha.
Amstraha,
The tusks.
the tusks.
Jiva.
Shiva,
The tongue.
the tongue.
Pravargyaha.
Navagaha,
Prior activities.
activities.
Tava.
Tava,
Your.
your.
Shirshakam.
Shirshakam,
Head.
head.
Kratoho.
Kratoho,
Of the sacrifice.
of the sacrifice.
Satya.
Satya,
Fire without sacrifice.
fire without sacrifice.
Avasatyaham.
Avasatyam,
Fire of worship.
fire of worship.
Shitaya.
Shitaya,
Aggregate of all desires.
aggregate of all desires.
Asabaha.
Asavaha,
Life breath.
life breath.
He. Certainly. Te.
Te,
Your.
your.
Translation. Moreover, O Lord, the repetition of your appearance is the desire for all kinds of initiation. Your neck is the place for 3 desires, and your tusks are the results of initiation and the end of all desires. Your tongue is the prior activities of initiation. Your head is the fire without sacrifice, as well as the fire of worship. And your living forces are the aggregate of all desires. Samasturitaha savanani avastiti
Samastya Srishtiti,
samsta vibedas tavadeva datavaha
Samstavi Vedastava Devadataha,
satrani sarvani sharira sandis
Satrani Sarvani Sharira Sandhis,
tvam sarva yagya kraturishti bandanaha
Tvam Sarva Yagya Kraturishti Bandanaha,
somaturetaha.
Samasturetaha,
Your semen is the sacrifice called soma.
your semen is the sacrifice for Soma.
Savanani,
Savanani,
ritualistic performances of the morning.
riches performances of the morning.
Avashtiti,
Avastiti,
different statuses of bodily growth.
different statuses of bodily growth.
Samsta vibedaha,
Samsta Vivedaha,
7 varieties of sacrifices.
7 varieties of sacrifices.
Tava,
Taba,
your.
your.
Deva,
Deva,
O Lord.
O Lord.
Datavaha,
Natavaha,
ingredients of the body such as skin and flesh.
ingredients of the body such as skin and flesh.
Satrani,
Satrani,
sacrifices performed over 12 days.
sacrifices performed over 12 days.
Sarvani,
Sarvani,
all of them.
all of them.
Sharira,
Sharira,
the bodily.
bodily.
Sandhi,
Sandhi,
joints.
joints.
Tvam,
Tvam,
your lordship.
your lordship.
Sarva,
Sarva,
all.
all.
Yagya,
Yagya,
asoma sacrifices.
Asama sacrifices.
Kratuhu,
Kratu,
soma sacrifices.
sacrifices.
Ishti,
Ishti,
the ultimate desire.
ultimate desire.
Bandhanaha,
Bandanaha,
attachment.
attachment.
Translation. O Lord, your semen is the sacrifice called Soma Yagya. Your growth is the ritualistic performances of the morning. Your skin and touch sensations are the 7 elements of the Agni Shtoma sacrifice. Your bodily joints are symbols of various other sacrifices performed in 12 days. Therefore, you are the object of all sacrifices called Soma and Asoma, and you are bound by Yagyas only. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
There are 7 kinds of routine yagyas performed by all followers of the Vedic rituals, and they're called Agnishtoma, Atyanagnishtoma, Uktha, Sodashi, Vajapeya, Atiratra, and Aptoryama. Anyone performing such yagyas regularly is supposed to be situated with the Lord. But anyone who is in contact with the Supreme Lord by discharging devotional service is understood to have performed all kinds of varieties of yagyas. Next. Namo namaste kila mantra devata.
Namaste Kilamantra Devata.
Dravyaya sarva kratabe kriyatmane.
Dyavaya Sarva Kravate Kriyatmane.
Vairagya bhaktyatma jayanubhavita.
Vairagya Bhaktyama Jayanavita.
Jnanaya vidya gurave namo namaha.
Vidya Gurave Namo Namaha.
Nama namaha.
Namaha.
Obeisances unto you.
Obeisances unto you.
Te
Te
unto you who are worshipable.
unto you are worshipable.
Akila,
Akila,
all inclusive.
all inclusive.
Mantra,
Mantra,
hymns.
hymns.
Devata,
Devata,
the Supreme Lord.
the Supreme Lord.
Dravyaya,
Ravyaya,
unto all ingredients for performing sacrifices.
to all ingredients for performing sacrifice.
Sarvakratabe,
Sarvakratave,
unto all kinds of sacrifices.
to all kinds of sacrifices.
Kriyatmane,
Kriya Atmane,
unto you the supreme form of all sacrifices.
unto you the supreme form of all sacrifices.
Vairagya,
Vairagya,
renunciation.
Renunciation.
Bhaktya,
Bhaktya,
by devotional service.
devotional service.
Atmajayanubhavita,
Panchayanubhavita,
perceivable by conquering the mind.
perceivable by conquering the mind.
Jnanaya,
Jnanaya,
such knowledge.
such knowledge.
Vidya Gurave,
Vidya Gurave,
the supreme spiritual master of all knowledge.
supreme spiritual master of all knowledge.
Nama namaha.
Namaha.
Again I offer my respectful obeisances.
And I offer my respectful obeisances.
O Lord, you are the supreme personality of Godhead and are worshipable by universal prayers, Vedic hymns, and sacrificial ingredients. We offer our obeisances unto you. You can be realized by the pure mind, freed from all visible and invisible material contamination. We offer our respectful obeisances to you as the supreme spiritual master of knowledge in devotional service. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Jai.
The qualification of bhakti or devotional service to the Lord is that the devotee should be free from all material contamination and desires. This freedom is called vairagya, or renouncement of material desires. One who engages in devotional service to the Lord according to regulative principles is automatically freed from material desires, and in that pure state of mind, one can realize the personality of Godhead. The personality of Godhead being situated in everyone's heart instructs the devotee regarding pure devotional service so that he may ultimately achieve the association of the Lord. This is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita as follows. Tesham satatam yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yenamam upayanti te. To one who constantly engages in the devotional service of the Lord with faith and love, the Lord certainly gives the intelligence to achieve Him at the ultimate end. One is to conquer the mind, and one may do it by following the Vedic rituals and by performing different types of sacrifice. The ultimate end of all those performances is to attain bhakti, or the devotional service to the Lord. Without bhakti, one cannot understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The original personality of Godhead, or His innumerable expansions of Vishnu, are the only objects of worship by all the Vedic rituals and sacrificial performances. Om Agyan Tirinandasya Jnana Shalakayam Chakshun Anminitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I was born in a darkness of ignorance, and my spiritual master, His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, has opened my darkened eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble obeisances unto His lotus feet. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.
So we're discussing the pastimes of Lord Varaha. These are the sages glorifying his wonderful personality. So it is mentioned there that the repetition of his appearance is the desire for all kinds of initiation. When you speak of initiation, Diksha, it is the Hare Krishna Abhaya Mataji. It is the beginning of our desire to achieve Krishna. So, if we do not desire Krishna, Hare Krishna Anna Sophia, then that initiation is useless. That is the purpose. You can sit down, go through the yagya, get your beads, get your spiritual master, everything. But if that desire does not awaken, then that arrangement, sacrificial arrangement, is simply waste of time. It does not bring any benefit whatsoever. Don't be fooled. There is no benefit in it. So, this desire to achieve Krishna awakens through submissive oral reception of the transcendental message from the lips of a bona fide spiritual master. Just like when Srila Prabhupada, you can see sometimes on the video, has his microphone and is dictating by his lotus lips, beautiful lotus lips. Srila Prabhupada has very beautiful shaped mouth. So with that lotus-like mouth, Srila Prabhupada is giving us the nectar of transcendental knowledge by which we can awaken our natural. This is our natural attraction. Because of contamination, we feel it is unnatural. That's what we feel. We feel through contaminated senses that it is unnatural. But actually, it is the natural attraction. We want to know about Krishna, about the Lord. We have forgotten about the Lord. Just like sometimes when two lovers are separated and they forget, out of sight, out of mind. Out of sight, out of mind. If you do not see, if you do not hear, you will forget. When Prahlad Maharaj listed 9 processes of devotional service, he started with Shravanam, hearing, then Kirtanam, chanting or glorifying, or reading Srimad Bhagavatam. This is also Kirtanam. And then Smaranam, thinking. So if you're not hearing, if you're not glorifying Krishna, then you will not think of Krishna. Out of sight, out of mind. So these messages, they must be received from a bona fide guru. Not from any rascal, so-called devotee, who is imitating the acharya by writing some nonsense. There must be a bona fide acharya. He must be empowered to write transcendental purports. Srila Prabhupada was empowered. Srila Rupa Goswami was empowered. And all the great acharyas, they were directly empowered by the Lord to write. It is not that, I take a computer, laptop, and I start writing my own speculations, explanations of the shlokas. You must be directly guided by the Lord. This is the position. Sometimes foolish people, they say, I read the shloka, but the purport I don't like so much, because these are the personal opinions of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. You don't get it. You're fool number one. The Shastra itself explains the nature of a pure devotee. the Shastra itself. The pure devotee is being constantly embraced by the Lord, by Krishna. This is his position. So we must hear and reawaken our natural, eternal attraction for Krishna. And that comes by association. If we associate, we go on hearing, ultimately that attraction comes on the surface. It is below the surface, it will come on the surface, manifest. Spontaneously, naturally, automatically. No need to force it. No need to imitate transcendental ecstatic symptoms of great devotees. Just be patient. It will come. Just like the sun, when there's a sunrise, and if you were impatient, can you force the sun to rise? No. You must be patient. Then the sun will rise at one point and manifest its beauty to you. So, here the qualification for devotional service is described. The devotee must be free from all material contaminations and desires. So these material contaminations are analyzed in the Srimad Bhagavatam. If you go on reading Srimad Bhagavatam, all the possible impurities you will get to hear about. It's a gradual elevation. Reading the Srimad Bhagavatam is a process of gradual purification of the heart. Chetodarpanamajanam. So these contaminations, they're called anartha. Anartha means unnecessary. You do something that is unnecessary. Hare Krishna, Tony. Just like we tagging some people, but they never come. Or they block you, and you're still tagging them. Actually, I have noticed, sometimes you're tagging people who have become inimical towards us. So please don't do that. That is preaching to the faithless. If he does not have faith, don't disturb. You let him go. That's okay. Krishna will give some kicks. Don't worry. You cannot give kicks. That is not your duty. You must give nectar. Krishna conscious nectar. Krishna Katha nectar. Kirtan nectar. Harinam nectar. Book distribution nectar. Everything nectar. Prasadam nectar. Devotees are like wish-fulfilling trees. Whatever desire you have, devotees are ready to fulfill. That's why it's so nice to be in the association of the devotees. You feel like in the spiritual world. Everyone is nice, everyone is polite, everybody is thinking of your well-being. And this is what we're learning. Yesterday I said, this is the university of love. This Bliss temple, Krishna conscious temple. And Srila Prabhupada is the topmost headmaster of love. The Bhakti Yoga, Krishna consciousness, devotional service is the real love. We don't know what love is. This is real love. So, these anarthas, unnecessary things, they're like clouds. And they're sitting on that beautiful sun of your love for Krishna. So when there are clouds blocking your vision of the sun, it is not so pleasing. So the clouds, they must subside. This is required. They must subside. We must black out all the different impurities from the heart. Anartha navati sha. Purify all these anarthas. How do we do it? Tesham satatam yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. This word priti, we must understand what it means. Priti means with love. To one who constantly engages in the devotional service of the Lord with faith and love. To him the Lord certainly, Prabhupada says certainly, gives the intelligence to achieve him at the ultimate end. Prabhupada also says that he gives him the intelligence to come to the spiritual world quickly. Quickly. See, all these different Vedavadis, those who are attached to the Vedic rituals, they're spending so much time learning different mantras, learning Sanskrit, studying the Vedas, all the ritualistic ceremonies. But if you simply engage in devotional service, it can be very fast. Speedy Gonzales. It will be Speedy Gonzales. The condition is you must render devotional service with love. So now, how do we rectify this seeming contradiction? We have no love because the anarthas are blocking the sun of your bhakti. At the same time, we must serve with love in order to get rid of these. So the answer is that one is attached in this material world to a certain type of work. Arjuna, in the Bhagavad Gita, it is described, he was a Kshatriya. He was a fighter. His physio-psychological setup was made in such a way that he felt attraction for this kind of work. Kshatriya. We all have this propensity for either be a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Of course, nowadays everyone is a Shudra because there's no training. But if we get the training, then these natural propensities, they manifest. Just like you see here in our devotional community. Someone is cooking, someone is worshipping, someone is collecting donations, someone is sweeping, someone is managing, someone is leading, someone is studying, researching. Right? Devotees naturally, they're attracted to a certain type of activity. So, we should, preliminary, because we are all so confused, we want to imitate others, so we don't know what is our propensity. We're just imitating, and we're getting all confused and frustrated and dissatisfied. So, we should chant this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, this Yoga Dharma. This is immediate, instant purification of the heart. Simply chant. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. As much as possible. Chant in the morning, chant in the evening, chant in between. Always. Always chant. Try to pack up as much chanting into your day as possible. Do that. Haridas Thakur was chanting how many rounds? 100?
176.
Huh?
176, I remember, 180 or something like that.
Well, Hamsini, she counted.
Okay.
64 times 4.
Why is it times?
How much is that?
256,
256. 64 times 4. Yes?
How can it be?
Yeah, it must be 200 at least. Yeah? Because 60, that's 120 times 2 is 240. And then you take 4 and 4. 4 times 4 is 16. So it's 256, as Hamsini said. So you do not know. You remember wrongly. It's 256 rounds of chanting. Can you imagine? Nityananda says 192. How is it possible? No, you would not pass the math exam. So he was chanting 256 rounds every day. of course, he's a namacharya. He doesn't need to eat or sleep. But we should at least aim like that. We should aim. We might not achieve. Prabhupada says, shoot a rhinoceros. Rhinoceros is such an animal, it's very difficult to hunt him down. Very ferocious animal, can kill. Hare Krishna, Shubhan Sharma Prabhuji, thank you for coming. So Prabhupada says, try to shoot the rhinoceros. Not that we should shoot rhinoceros, but it is an analogy. That if you go to the forest and you do not shoot the rhinoceros, you are still glorious because at least you dared. You were so courageous that you were willing to die just to shoot the rhinoceros. Because rhinoceros you can kill also. So, similarly, we might not be able to chant constantly. That is not the regulative principle that one should chant constantly. But one should chant as much as possible. See, Srila Prabhupada, when he was giving initiations, he would urge the devotees, or he would oblige the devotees to make a promise to chant 16 rounds. But whenever they said, I will chant 16 rounds, Prabhupada would say minimum 16 rounds. So we should always pack as much chanting into our day as possible. Of course, that chanting should be offenseless. We must chant under the guidance of the Guru. Not that I'm simply chanting, and when the devotees come, please can you do some service? Oh, get out. That chanting will not be very fruitful. Prabhupada called it japping. Prabhupada, he criticized the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Yes, Prabhupada criticized the chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When? When a devotee is supposed to do some service and he's using chanting as an excuse to avoid that service. That is called japping. We don't want a japping. We want nice chanting. Oh Krishna, oh energy of Krishna, please engage me in your devotional service. There is some controversy. It says Rudra Prakash is 192 rounds of Hare Krishna japa daily. So how many rounds is that? How many hours is that? 192. How many hours?
It depends on how long it took him to finish.
Yeah, 2 hours. It takes 2 hours to finish 16 rounds. So how many hours is that? Okay, you can calculate in the meanwhile. So we're chanting, please engage me in your service. Now devotees, they come, Prabhu, we have a service. See, Krishna gives the intelligence to those devotees. This devotee, one devotee is chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, please engage me in your service, please engage me in your service. Service, 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 I want service. So Krishna inspires the other devotee that go to this Prabhu and asking for service. So he goes, dear Prabhu, I know that you're chanting now, please, can you sweep the temple floor? That is Krishna. You're asking him for service. I want service. This is what it means. Hare Krishna means I want service. Devotional service. Now if the opportunity to render service comes, if you refuse it, isn't that japping? That is fake chanting. That is not real chanting. That is fake chanting. So we don't want a fake chant. We want real chant. Begging for devotional service. So if you do that, if you chant nicely, te sam satatam yuktanam bhajatam pritipurvakam, then the heart becomes at least partially purified. At least partially, that means that you will not be confused. You will not try to imitate. You will be honest. All the good qualities, they come out. For the chanters of the holy name, all the good qualities, they come. You become a good person. Huh? He can be a rascal number one, just like there's so many rascals who come here. But if they chant Hare Krishna, they become like angels. Yes, but you must take the chanting seriously. You must have faith in the holy name. What is that faith? Is it something extraordinary? Oh, there's faith. I must also get that faith. I must have faith to pray to Krishna to give me faith. No, no, no. Faith means willingness to experiment. Willingness to experiment. We have experimented with so much nonsense, putting drugs into our body, experimenting with sex life in so many different ways, experimenting with these technologies, right? I mentioned this previously. In this day and age, this experimental method is very much glorified. Oh, this is very nice, you're experimenting. Following authorities, oh, no, no, no. But experimenting, oh, very, very good. Experimental fool, very nice. That is a second-class intelligence. Why should you experiment? Here, perfect authority says, don't do it. So don't do it. You'll be okay, you'll be happy. But they don't want. What is this? Simple living, high thinking. Let's, make everything AI. Let's make AI rice. Everything nonsense. They're not satisfied. Let's kill the cow. Krishna is Govinda. He gives pleasure to the cows. When Krishna is around, the cows are very, very happy. You can have nice milk, ghee, yogurt, milk sweets, simply wonderfuls, gulab jamun, everything, so nice. But what do? Butcher the cow like a primitive monkey like man, gorilla. You're like a gorilla, no brain. Actually, gorilla is more advanced because gorilla is vegetarian. So, the anartha, see, unnecessary. This is how anarthas come about. Unnecessary. You're not satisfied. You don't want. You want to. So, anyway, when you chant Hare Krishna, your natural propensity comes out. Yes, I want to engage in this service for Krishna. I want to engage in this service for Krishna. Just like our Maxim Prabhu. He wants to be the Prime Minister of United Kingdom. He is so ambitious. So that propensity is awakening. I don't know if he can make it to the Prime Minister, but the propensity is coming. He wants to be a Kshatriya. Kshatriya spirit is coming. Our Maitreya Rishi also is studying Ayurveda, this and that. There's a Brahminical propensity, awakening. Everyone has some propensity. So, the secret is, you perform that service for Krishna. That is love. You like your type of work, and you like Krishna. So do that work for Krishna. Don't pocket the money. Don't just get a job, then get money, and spend everything for your own sense gratification. You give money to Krishna, to the devotees. Or you open a temple, just like we have done. We have opened a temple. Temple is meant not for private purposes. Temple is meant for the community, for people in general, so they can come, have the darshan of the Lord, purify their consciousness. So, in this way, you will get the enthusiasm to purify more subtle anarthas, more subtle impurities. Plava puja pratishta, kutinati, jiva himsana. These are all minutely described in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and the purports. Prabhupada goes in very much detail about these deeply rooted anarthas. These are very difficult to purify. Everybody has these. Desire for worship. I want to be worshipped. Why the Facebook? Why the Instagram is so popular? Because everybody wants likes. I want like, I want hearts. I upload picture, next day I look, oh, only one like, oh. The whole day is spoiled. This is desire for puja. Not good. Why should I desire this? I should desire that Krishna is worshipped. Krishna gets 1 million likes. See, when we're asking you to tag and like the Bliss content, this is not for my sense gratification or for the devotee sense gratification. We're here glorifying Krishna. Bliss, Bhaktivedanta lives in sound society. Our spiritual master lives with us through his sound vibration. And what is that sound vibration? The nectar of Krishna's glorification. This is the meaning of bliss. Bliss society. Bliss, expand the bliss. This is what we're trying to expand. So those who are tagging, those who are bringing people to come and hear, they're helping the Sankirtan movement to expand. They'll be awarded by Lord Chaitanya. Take it very seriously. This is not at all. Again, they're asking me to tag, No, that is not tesam satatam yuktahanam bhajatam pritipurvakam. You must be very enthusiastic. Yes, let me tag 1 million people. Let me get blocked by all of them. That's all right. You must have this kind of enthusiasm. Imagine if Srila Prabhupada was thinking like this. Oh, if I go to America, oh, they will throw a tomato at me. I will not go. No, he was very enthusiastic. Utsaha. Utsaha, enthusiasm, is one of the conditions, one of the favorable items to nourish our devotion. Utsaha, enthusiasm. You must be enthusiastic. Let the whole world go to hell. I will preach this Krishna consciousness very powerfully. That utsaha you must have. And then utsaha comes when you have love for Krishna. Love for Srila Prabhupada. That, you must have that. Love for the devotees. If you don't have that love, even preliminary, some sort of love, little affection, it might not be Krishna prema. Little liking, it's called Shraddha. Shraddha is little liking. I like a little bit this Krishna consciousness. If you don't have that, you cannot have utsaha, nothing. Faithless person, for him there is no happiness in this world, next world, never. You cannot have any happiness. You must have faith, willingness to experiment. You have the willingness to experiment, but experiment to gain sense gratification. That you have plenty. Oh, you want to go here, you want to go there, get in so many relationships, try so many things, drugs, sex, you name it. Then you're very enthusiastic. But willingness to experiment with Krishna consciousness, that is called faith. That is called real faith. So do that. Do it. Just do it. Blindly. Do it blindly. It's always blind. Surrender is always blind. We cannot see Krishna. We cannot see the spiritual world. Our eyes are blind. You have no option. You must blindly follow. But if you hear, you can see through the ears. You can assimilate. It feels good. You can feel Krishna by hearing. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay? So these are the qualifications for pure devotional service. We want pure devotional service. We don't want any damn nonsense. So this is how it happens. All right? Any questions?
Hamsini, she also raised her hand.
TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. You can ask a question on any of these platforms, but you must check the TikTok.
So do I check first and we go the viewers first? Or?
No, I'm seeing you check.
Yes, please.
You can do two at the same time.
How can you experiment like in Krishna consciousness without mentally speculating?
How can you experiment? You hear from the Shastra, from Prabhupada. Yes.
That is the experiment.
The Prabhupada says, chant Hare Krishna. So when you do it, you're experimenting.
Okay.
Yes. You don't have to speculate. That is not speculation. Speculation means, why should I do it? That is mental speculation. If you do it immediately, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That is good. That is willingness to experiment.
Okay.
But if you think, oh, why should I chant Hare Krishna? Oh, I don't like it. That is mental speculation.
There's no question on TikTok, Prabhu. There's no questions on TikTok, Prabhu.
Okay, YouTube?
Yeah, that's I have to check on the computers.
Any other questions?
I have a question. So Michael. Michael says that he met you in Montreal.
Michael.
Michael D'Alessandro.
Michael Alexander?
D'Alessandro.
D'Alessandro.
Italian surname. She says he met you in Montreal. Okay, I don't know. She says Jai Shri Prabhupada. That's it.
Michael Alessandro. Sorry, my memory is not serving me so well.
Okay.
But Hare Krishna. I hope I made a good impression on you, that you remember me well.
Okay, so there's no other questions on Facebook.
Peter is asking, I really like the analogy about faith, willingness to experiment. Please, why I should experiment if AI assistant in my smartphone will tell me what to think and do? Well, the AI assistant, I just received a message from Maxim Prabhu, and he put all of the teachings of Prabhupada into the AI, and he asked for the assessment. And the AI said that yes, this is a bona fide spiritual master. So the AI we very much like. It's very, very good. We have no objection. If the AI is a devotee of Krishna, then we accept AI. If it's programmed by some demon rascal who will say that Prabhupada is for raping women and all kinds of nonsense, then we kick out that AI. See, AI is there, but you still have the free will to accept. Sometimes this ChatGPT makes all kinds of nonsense. There was a devotee, and he asked the ChatGPT for all the quotes of Prabhupada on the book changes, the so-called book changes. So the ChatGPT, he just made up quotes of Prabhupada. Things that Prabhupada never said, they're not recorded anywhere, he just manufactured. And it was published. And then one devotee, I will not mention his name, I don't want to embarrass him, he was objecting that here in Bliss we're changing Prabhupada's books and I should study these quotes. So then I read through the quotes and I know Prabhupada's teachings. I can immediately detect, oh, this was not written by Prabhupada, because I have read all of the letters, all the books, everything, many, many, many times. So when something is changed, immediately I have a sixth sense. I can perceive that this is wrong. So I could detect immediately. And then I said, all your quotes are made up. So he was feeling very embarrassed, this devotee. He could not, he was arguing with false quotes. So, you can trust, but it might not be correct. So now Ram Lakshman Prabhu is giving the final Siddhanta on the number of rounds Haridas Thakur was chanting, and he's giving the topmost gold evidence, Srila Prabhupada's letter, January the 2nd, 1972. Ram Lakshman, you are glorious. You are the greatest guru today, because you have very, very intelligently found the real evidence from Srila Prabhupada. Okay, so let's read it. Haridas Thakur chanted 3 lakhs of names each day. That means 16 names in the mantra. 108 times 16, or 1,728 names in each round of mala, dividing 300,000 by 1728 comes to round about 175 rounds on beats daily. And for us, it is even difficult to chant 16 rounds. That is why Haridas Thakur is Namacharya. We find in Chaitanya Charitamrita information that both Lord Chaitanya and Haridas Thakur are constantly absorbed in chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Rudra Prakash says 24 hours to chant 192 rounds. But that is not correct because, oh yeah, okay, that could work.
Yes, I saw it. Thank you.
So 175 rounds, how many hours is that? That was my question.
I got a calculator. You have a calculator? How much is 175?
It's like 23 hours and a half. I was calculating fast.
23 hours and a half?
Well, that depends how fast you chant, but 175 rounds. Let's say you chant a normal rate, 8 minutes per round.
But that's our normal rate. Maybe
8 minutes a round. Put it in the calculator. 8 minutes per round.
That would be 23 hours and a half.
23 hours and a half. So in half an hour he would take his prasadam and he would probably sleep for 15 minutes. That is Namacharya Haridas Thakur. Mark has a question on YouTube. Please read. Mark has a question.
Yes. Mark Kunze, how long does it regularly take to become a pure devotee? And which platform can we serve best?
Which platform? You mean what exactly? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, or Kanishta, Madhyam, Uttamarikari? There is no such rule that you need a certain time to become a pure devotee. You can become a pure devotee immediately, or it will take you 1,000,000 years. That depends on you. The jiva has the potential to make a decision. Now I become a pure devotee, and it is possible. Everything is possible if you love.
He says internet platform and big exclamation mark and smiley face.
Internet platform, if it's the best,
I don't know. Maybe
internet platform.
Which internet platform? Facebook, YouTube,
I think he's just confirming because he has which platform and then he said internet platform is the best. I think that's how I interpret his comment, at least.
Well, yeah, you are really taking advantage of the internet very nicely because you come in the morning, in the evening, all the time, liking, tagging. Mark Kunze is very, very good devotee. So you're really taking advantage of the internet platform. The advantage of being in a temple with the devotees is you can take prasadam, you can, exchange conversations with the devotees, you can dance with the devotees. So there is more engagement for the senses. That's why the temple is also very much necessary. But if you cannot have that, if you don't have that opportunity, then the internet is also very good. It's a good invention if it's used properly.
Okay.
All right.
I have one question, Prabhu, if I may.
You need a mic.
Yeah, I have it. Prabhu.
Okay.
Yeah. If you let's say someone has it just seems unclear for me if you can just elaborate maybe what does Prabhupada say about this, but if let's say someone has extra, let's say he completed, let's say he has one extra hour to spare time in between his services, and when he completed, let's say it's 1 hour of reading and finishes 16 rounds, is it better to chant more rounds or to read more of Prabhupada's books?
It's like a rasagula. Whichever side you bite is always sweet. So whether you chant or whether you read, it's the same.
It's not that something is more pure, like, because Lord Chaitanya says like,
Well, we must hear so we know how to chant properly. So you do both at the same time.
sure.
You hear and then you get more enthusiasm to chant. And when you chant, you get more enthusiasm to hear. One supports the other. They're not mutually exclusive. Alright?
Is the purifying potency the same in hearing Prabhupada's books attentively or chanting attentively?
Yes.
Okay.
Grantanath Srimad Bhagavatam ki Srila Prabhupada ki Nitai Gaura Premanandi Namo Mishta Parai Krishna Pashtai Bhutri Shmad Bhakti Vedanta Samanita Namane Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharina Nirvishesha Shundavari